By now, Taj Lawal's systems were running faster than the people inside them. What began as scams had evolved into signals, patterns, loops of activity that looked like culture, sounded like brands, but were all orchestrated from the silence of his design. At the center of it was music, not just the tracks from Veritas, not just the playlists he curated for his ghostwriters, or the beats he fed to DJs in Nairobi and Accra, but the pulse, the rhythm of movement, of timing. He believed music was math for the body. And if you could understand the body's reaction to sound, you could shape behavior. He used music to control tempo, how long people spent on a site when they clicked, how they felt just before sending money. Every Veritas release was tested not for popularity, but for utility. Would it hold someone's attention for exactly 46 seconds? Would it spike emotion just enough to trigger irrational generosity? Taj produced some of the tracks himself, using aliases buried inside FL Studio project files. Never signed, never credited. Just clean waveforms, anonymously uploaded, then licensed to his own label via an offshore holding group in Cyprus. He had no interest in fame, only resonance. Each track was metadata, a time capsule of sound and strategy. He used Afrobeat percussions to build urgency, lo-fi melodies to create calm, layered harmonies to confuse algorithms. The artists never met him. They received offers through Veritas emails signed by creative director TL. Contracts arrived pre-negotiated, with premium splits, no questions asked. Sessions were held in rented studios where cameras were forbidden and producers never stayed longer than needed. But the results? Tracks that charted, EPs that spread like wildfire. Not because they were pushed, but because they were engineered to travel. Ty even created fake fans. Accounts in Kenya, the UK, Sweden, and Brazil, all commenting, resharing, making each drop feel global. An audience that didn't exist, echoing praise for a label with no office, no headquarters, no phone line. And behind all of it, pulse. He kept a metronome in the clean room. Not for music, but for pacing thought. Tick, tick, tick. Every second, a decision. He said once, only once, in a private journal. The world moves when you hold its breath just long enough. Veritas wasn't a front. It was a test environment, a place to experiment with influence, to see how sound could shape desire, how color could guide transactions, how silence could sell something louder than shouting ever could. It wasn't about food anymore. It was about engineering belief. And the deeper we dug into Veritas, the more confused we became. Because nothing was illegal. There were real contracts, real artists, real royalties. But every path still circled back to a man no one could name. A man who never showed his face. A man who was playing Lagos like a vinyl record. Needle on, hand steady, never scratching. And we realized something too late. You can't investigate a sound. You can only feel it. And by then you're already moving to it.